getting you there. The world has cut you down, a smile on your brow. Put a little madness in your life. If life made you unashamed and comics are your escape, put a little madness in your life. Come give your mind a cleanse. Tune in with pops and friends. To turn on your Roku box and then put a little madness in your life. Put a little madness in your life. Yeah, yeah. Put a little madness in your life.
Once upon a modern time in a little cul-de-sac, black characters from myth and rhyme decided to come back. They moved into a cuter house, they bought a boat and car, they got a job, they got a spouse, they're ready to go far. This modern life, with all its strife, is wilder than before. You won't forget the day you met the fables next door. You won't forget the day you met the fables next door.
A cyber angel sails the seas with legs that reach to heaven. Your soul shall vex, she's Nira X. Your heartbreak is a given. Adventure rules this comic tale. Escapism we espouse. Let's gather that booty. We know she's a cutie. And welcome our guest, Bill Mouse. Yo ho ho!
And welcome, coming to you from the gaping hole in the industry. I am RJ Carter, senior managing editor here at criticalblast.com. Pops has a bag. I don't even know what would be in that bag. It's been so long since I sent that bag out, Pops.
That bag's a blast.
I guarantee I read it though. Whatever it was. I read
Whatever it was.
I get a lot of things from RJ, so who knows? It could be anything. Bill!
That's cool. Pops, what's up, man?
What's going on with you, man? It's good to see you again.
Do I look like I'm breakdancing, or does it look like I'm
better
actually smooth video? Does it look
video,
like?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, you guys let me know if for some reason we were talking about my Wi-Fi signal earlier, about how badly it sucks, and the Dorito chip that's in my computer, and everything that runs my studio.
But now you know you've been struck by a smooth video. You're moving.
There you go. I'll lean to
No action around here. Blame it on Crom. That's how we do it.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I'm not wearing gray. I'm actually wearing a brighter red than shows up in the video here. And look, it's long sleeves because it was 80 degrees yesterday, so of course it's 20 today.
Of course it is.
Blame it on Crom.
Are you sure you don't live in Virginia? Because it's like that's one of the things we say here. It's like if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
I'm in Northwest Arkansas here, and the hat's kind of new. You know, I went to Walmart for one thing.
I like the hat.
I asked by the hat, and I'm like, I don't know. I picked it up, and it's an extra large. I'm like, okay, well, that would actually fit my big fat head. And I put it on. I was like, I don't know. And I said, it's $10. What the heck?
We're going to try this. We're going to try. Yeah, well, it looks good on you, man. Looks good on you. Oh, hey, Carrie, how you doing?
It needs some pins, though. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not going to turn it into a fishing hat. This is like a cool. That's like a cool hat you got going on. You need one of like a 1950s trench coat to go with it.
I need like a little green feather to stick up the side here, right?
She did. She did. Carrie did crochet a little fedora for Doc today.
When the jacket fills up, Pops, then we'll
Holy crap.
I mean, this jacket is like, look at all those studs and sparkles in it now.
Check you out.
This thing weighs a good 15 pounds.
I was about to say, it's like, it's got some weight to it, right?
Well, yeah, and it's because the lady who does all this for me, Phyllis down at Trick My Leathers in EurekaSprings.com, Arkansas. Yeah, she said she'd never put these studs in anything before, and then she saw how it was coming through the inside here. She's like, that's going to hurt your back. So she sewed a liner in it, but the liner wasn't enough, so she padded it. So now I've got
Right,
basically
right.
a denim jacket that's a winter jacket.
Dude,
That's
you
good,
put
that's
that with
good.
my hat, with my helmet. You got armor and a helmet. You're good to
I
go.
know, man. You're like hail proof.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the I've got the pops hat behind me on my shelf,
Right.
and
Gotcha,
it's the
gotcha.
one that I stick actual pins in, and I've
Right,
gotten
right.
I got Carl Kiesel's newest pin for Impossible Jones. He had the Holly Days pin. I popped that sucker through there. But yeah, it's turning into a hard hat, cowboy hat.
See, that's the way mine is. It's all the way around now. And Lori has a bunch of pins she's sending me, and ain't gonna be no room left. I'm gonna need new hats.
Yeah. I got to
If
start
I
putting
get
some pins
patches,
in
they
my
gotta be
hat.
small.
Got to put some pins in this hat. It'd probably help out my Wi-Fi situation.
Yeah, well, it's like you always hold your Wi-Fi
Gotta
to
be
your
practical.
chin.
Yeah, there you go. Like
You
I
got
do with
any
my car
Nira X
remote.
pins?
But you know what? There is actually
Yeah.
a Nira X enamel pin on the campaign this time, which I'm very excited about. So that's very
I'm
cool.
ready to go.
Yeah, on the first campaign we had a big heavy gold coin, which was like very pirate themed and looks really cool. And so this time we've got an enamel pin that's actually the N logo that Nira uses for herself, and I think it looks really cool. So
And when Thomas makes
And I need-
pins, they're heavy duty, yo.
yeah, it's a nice pin. He's the manufacturer that he chose for that. Actually, they do really cool stuff. Just like with we got a couple other extras in there that are like they're oddball extras, but they're really cool. Like there's a pillowcase thing that he made. He's got a manufacturer for that. He's got a manufacturer for the 3D mouse pad that kind of shows
So we
off.
have a Nira X pillowcase.
There's a Nira X pillowcase, and it's a beautifully personal private pillowcase. There's Tom.
So my volume is still low, but it got better as soon as I got off the bus. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're in a big Faraday
This
case.
is great. Dude,
I know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay on very long, but I figured I would at least pop in and say hi to Pops.
And coming to you live with the newest in comics, we have our man on the street. Let's hand it over to Tom.
Our live correspondent / publisher, Tom. Tell us, Tom, how's the weather?
On location. What's up?
It's raining. It's Seattle. What a surprise.
Seattle? Rain? That never happens.
Are you within walking distance of a comic shop? You muted yourself.
There
thumbed
you go.
your
There
mute.
you go.
Oh, wait. Now it's dropping out again.
Oh, no, we can hear you. We can
Damn
hear you.
it.
We're here.
This headphone sucks.
So you say you're headed to a show right now.
walking.
Is that correct? You're
Yeah,
headed
I'm
to a
heading
show?
out to...
Don't stop where it doesn't work. Keep walking.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm outside now. Good gravy, womans. So, all right. Well, y'all
We're
are
the
crazy. It's
We're the
dropping out
only
again.
company. We're the only company that has live correspondence. Let me tell you that right now. On the scene, live.
Yeah, I don't know. This thing sucks. All right. Well, if you ever buy, what headphone is this? What brand? This is a garbage brand.
Keep
All right,
walking.
we're going to take up a collection tonight for Tom's new headphone set.
All right.
I've got my
Well,
fingers
everyone-
crossed right now that the bank behind him gets robbed while we're live because I need the hits.
We have a scoop. We got a live scoop.
It's gonna be me. I'm the one robbing it.
Let's tweet this out quick.
No. But yeah, no. Where are we at in terms of dollars? Did we hit 8K yet?
We just went over 8K, my friend. Just did.
Yes.
Yep. We're like,
Everyone gets
80,
lots and lots of art
8100.
prints now.
Yep.
Isn't that beautiful?
There we are. Yep.
Oh, and we hit
8105.
151.
We did.
81 backers, yes.
2
So
miles.
now you have to, Bill, you have to do a sketch card in black and white.
There you go. That's what happens. Tom
So-
keeps me straight. The fact that he can juggle because the campaign has so many moving parts and bells and whistles that it's a full-time job just to manage how many things are on this
It's nutty.
campaign.
It's
It's
nutty.
a lot.
All right,
It's a
guys,
lot.
I'm going to drop off because now, of course, I can't hear you, but I don't know. It's weird. But good to see you, RJ. You know,
See you too again. Come back
Good to
when
see
you
you,
got some
Pops.
Wi-Fi.
but look, I got my Godzilla shirt. It's Godzilla.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Live
I'll
on the
talk to you
scene.
he going
I
to
tell
the
you, man.
Direction news reporter on the scene at
We're-
the supermarket. Pardon me,
That's
sir.
right.
Did you see what happened?
Walter Cronkite style, yeah.
That's
They
the
have
old
to
Ray
say about
Stevens for the
food,
street.
Mark.
back when the journalists used to just report the news without any bias whatsoever. It's just kind of like, yeah, this is just what happened.
I'm feeling newsy. I got the
Feeling-
fedora on. I'm feeling
Yeah,
like
well,
I
you
need
know,
a
if you had
little black card.
if you had a card sticking out right here that just said press,
Yes.
Yeah.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I
Yeah,
got the glasses.
you got the
you know,
glasses. I'm telling you, you get a notepad, you're set.
Are you going to work on? Are you going to go for the Daily Planet or the
Got the
Daily?
He's got a Daily Planet look.
I'm old, Pops. I'll go for the Daily Star.
There you go.
Well, speaking of Daily Planet, you saw the leaked picture of the new guy in the
I
suit.
did. I'm not hating it.
I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. So far, so good. I mean, it's like considering how many kind of weird moves that movies have been making lately. I'm just like, all right, are we going to course correct? Are we going to start getting back to some? Because I actually heard the first good review of a movie in a long time. It's I heard it from Nerdrotic. Actually, I was listening a little bit earlier. He's talking about Dune 2. And he's just like, it's a great movie. Yeah, he's saying all kinds of positive things about it. So usually he really picks apart and is super negative about the movie, deservingly so most of the time. I agree with a lot of the things that the way he picks it apart and the way he gets all the details and stuff. But
Well,
so
it
far,
wasn't Disney. And it wasn't Star Wars. So
exactly. Yeah, those are on fire right now. So yeah, they have to put those out and rebuild.
Oh, they don't need to put them out. Let them burn to ash. Burn to ash and be done with it.
Well, nobody
Gary,
wants that
you
to
have no
succeed.
idea.
Yeah, nobody wants stuff like that to succeed more than people like us. I want to see some good movies. I want to enjoy them.
Yeah.
You know? But what they got going on right now needs to definitely pass by.
My problem is the remakes. Okay, now I hear they're doing The Crow over again. Leave the good shit alone. Remake the old crappy shit.
You know, redoing The Crow is already touchy. First of all, I'm kind of tired of redoing stuff. Anyways, like the reason we enjoyed it so much back then is because it was new.
Yeah. Here's a thought: redo a movie that was crap and try to make it better.
Yes.
There you go. That's a better idea. At least you got nowhere to go but up.
Leave the good ones alone because you usually disappoint us when you try to make something better.
And The Crow is
Like,
even harder to remake because the whole thing with the way Brandon Lee passed away, it's a personal, it's a touching thing. And the movie had a lot of heart, you know, and it's like, and yeah, it is kind of era specific for the look of the special effects and this and that, but we still love that movie. And like, it's too, like, I don't know how long it would take for me to not say it's too soon.
All I can say is Brandon is the Crow. That's all.
And it's like,
give me a shot at remaking From Justin to Kelly. I'll do you proud. I'll use the same actors. It'll be a period piece.
There you go.
Yeah,
but I mean, we like to talk about it. I realize this isn't a movie channel, but it's like we do like to talk about the little pop culture.
Didn't they make a cable series of The Crow?
I think there was. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I don't remember watching it.
It was just bad.
But it wasn't because I thought it was bad or I heard it was bad or anything like that. It was one of those things where I felt like it was like hollowed ground to redo The Crow. Huh?
It was bad. Look,
was it bad? Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't watch it then because I thought it was.
Look at some of the great movies, and you think, why are they even messing with that? Because they're not going to improve on it. What it was what made it special, not what you're going to do to it. What it was what made it special.
Right.
Like RJ said, we got a whole bunch of crappy movies, a whole bunch of B movies that were okay, that could be really good with today's technology. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
They could, fix a lot of old
but that's what made that first Crow special. Like I'm reading Jason's response here, like it's a product of its time, and that's what made it special. Not the and also the fact that it was Brandon's movie, and the fact that was basically his goodbye to us as an audience, and that sort of thing. That was, actually one of the really heartbreaking things that I had to do is it was recently, or like the past few years, that I showed The Crow to my daughter, to Kat. And Kat was like, I love this movie. I want to find out what else he's been in and blah, blah, blah. She got really like a love for the movie. And the fact that I was like, oh shit, I didn't tell her that he passed away yet. Like he's no longer with us. And so she was actually like pretty sad about it. She was like, oh man, it's like, you know, she
And he
discovered
died doing the
something.
movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was, it was a misfire. It was a malfunctioning gun.
You know,
One of the weapons.
It was a Baldwin scenario.
No, it wasn't necessarily a Baldwin scenario, but it was.
I mean, it was a blank, but you know, blanks still aren't meant to be fired close enough.
But it didn't fire. Yeah, it didn't fire. Nobody mixed up live rounds like they did on the set of Rust. What happened was there was a piece of shrapnel or a piece of material that shot out from the barrel that wasn't supposed to. Like the blank was. It's a manufacturing thing. It was one of those things where.
Yeah.
You know that, and I think that movie actually caused a lot of rules to get a lot stricter on set for actors. And
well, somebody forgot them last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the fact that they even have live rounds on the set of Rust, that's a situation, right? That has to be that has to be answered because they shouldn't have had that on the set at all in order for that to be mixed up in the first place. I don't think that I mean, you can't really label Baldwin like a you know, class act, you know, he didn't purposely shoot anybody. They're telling him exactly where to point the gun, but he is responsible as a producer. He's responsible as a, you know,
he was the producer,
but he's also,
I want to see a Crow movie. I would love to see a Crow movie. I want to see a Crow origin movie that tells us how he got on the satellite of love in the first place and what steps he took to end up with Mike to have to watch all those movies. That, you know, that's the Crow movie I want to see.
It was, you know, the Crow is like lightning in the bottle. Man. It's like they can try making a remake of it, but it's like you have to have the right people, the right story, the right audience to accept it. It's going to be lightning in the bottle again, like the first one was, if it's going to work. Like
you're not a Mystery Science Theater fan, are you, Bill?
Oh yeah, no, I missed it. Yeah, I was like, sorry. And my buddy Harold actually writes for that, so I'm just like, oh crap, I actually should know more episodes.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I'm like you said, there's the fact that it's Brandon.
Well, see, that's the thing.
That was the end of what we get from Brandon.
Right.
I don't want to see nobody trying to step in those shoes.
See, that's the thing. It's before I even have an opportunity to judge the film on its own merit, I already feel like I don't want to check it out because I feel like, is it too soon? I mean, maybe it's not. You know, for people that didn't grow up and didn't see that movie when it first came out, maybe for them, it's not that beholden.
What did it for me was,
which I don't blame them, but you know.
Yeah. What did it for me was the tattoo, the Schumacher tattoo.
Yeah, well, all the tattoos. Like he's got the Jared Leto.
Yeah, but
it's like he's a sticker.
But the eyeball. I was like, you know, seriously, who's done that? You know, somebody has. It
actually would have been cool if the only tattoo on his chest was the big eyeball with the sun rays coming out of it, because it would have been like sort of mysterious. Like, what is that about? But then he's got the whole.
I'm talking about the Schumacher tattoo where the eyeball was the nipple.
No. See, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. No, nobody liked that.
No, nobody liked that. The Schumacher tattoo. But it's all the other tattoos. Like maybe, and plus, it's too soon. Everybody's thinking Jared Leto right now. Everybody's thinking about the Joker from Justice League as a comparison. You know, is like, because visually it just, you know, you're not even trying to think
like
of
either,
it.
by the way.
No, that wasn't the Joker that I wanted to see. I mean, it's like, but you know, you can't tell people how to create. They create something, and you either like it or you don't. You know, we're the audience, so I mean, it's like,
I keep saying that there hasn't been a live action Joker since Jack Nicholson, because even Heath Ledger, as much as I love that movie,
I love Heath Ledger as a Joker, but that was his specific Joker. As far as like a Joker, like a canon Jack Nicholson,
the lethal laughing gas, the electroshock joy buzzers, the recording acid powers.
Now the serious homage to Caesar. Okay, he was doing the Joker, Caesar Romero Joker. That's I love the fact that the Christopher Nolan Joker, as it were. I love the fact that he presented himself as somebody who did not have a plan, but he was literally 4 steps ahead of everybody. I like that aspect. I really love that Joker. I mean, but it is his specific Joker.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
it's not the canon
Oh yeah,
DC
it's
Joker
a
that you
great
think about.
movie.
Yeah,
And definitely the Joker movie is not the Joker.
No, it's not. It's just a person with serious mental issues, and it's a very serious film,
A
and it's a
social
very,
misfit.
it's social misfit, but not the Joker that I want. I want to see a Joker that's 5 steps ahead of everybody, and you don't know how he gets what he gets, and how he pops up where he pops up, and it's genuinely kind of scary that way.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of was right there at the beginning when one of the bank robbers says, "Yeah, I guess this is where you're supposed to shoot me now, huh?" And take my part of the money. And he's like, he hasn't seen the other people, but he's figured it out. He's a smart guy. He's like, no, I'm supposed to shoot the bus driver. What bus driver? Okay.
Yeah, all that stuff. I really loved all that stuff. And the Christopher Nolan, the whole trilogy, I loved, but that's not my canon Batman. I would say that the Arkham series Batman is more my canon Batman story. As far
that's
as
a game, though. I'm not a game player, so I'd have.
Well, you jump on YouTube, because there are people that have put together all of the cutscenes into just a movie that you could watch, and it is more cinematic than most of the stuff that people have made.
Now, what did you think of the Batman?
Of which Batman? The Batman?
The movie, The Batman.
The Batman with Pattinson. Thank you. I was going to say Sparkles.
Well, he finally got past that, I think. But
first of all, I loved it. I really want to see where it goes next. But I love the fact that it doesn't fit into any shared universe. It is its own specific story, its own specific take on the characters. I thought it was really good. I went into it expecting nothing. I was just like, I still wanted Batfleck to come back, make a decent movie with him, get a better writer or whatever. Yes. So when his movie came out, when The Batman came out, I was really surprised at how much I did like it. I really did like it a lot.
I felt like it was a Charles Bronson film with a cape.
Yeah. It was like it was a detective drama that just happened to have Batman in it.
Yeah,
which I think.
Show. Yes.
Yeah. It's like, but I would like to see more of that. I want to see people take the filmmaking and the cinematography very seriously, even though you've got these fantastical characters, right? You got these, characters.
As weird as the Riddler was, I mean, and by weird, I mean as far away from Frank Gorshin, Green Tights.
He was so far away from what the Riddler.
So far away from that. Yeah. I knew I was going to be in for a movie I liked. When Jim Gordon and Batman show up at the crime scene and walk past the cops, I'm like, he's working with them. He's not, hiding in the shadows.
I really like that. Yeah. I really like that. And I like that his technology is like weird. It's like, it looks a bit homemade, but it's also kind of steampunky, but it's also kind of like, it's not, it's something fantastical about it, and I'm hoping that the next one, we see like a big upgrade to his technology and to his suit. I
think we will. I think we'll also see him. I think we'll also see Bruce Wayne learn how to be Bruce Wayne.
A little bit of that. It's like that would be cool.
He was gothy.
He was gothy. He was withdrawn, but it's like, but I understood why they were doing a lot of that, and it didn't take him far away from it. It didn't destroy the character or make it cheesy or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's like it worked for. It was cool that the Batcave was actually underneath Wayne Towers instead of at the mansion. Like maybe they're putting things in place where it's going to be there eventually, or I'm interested to seeing what they do with it.
Have they mentioned? I'm sure they've mentioned. I can't remember who it was. Did they say who the villain's going to be in the next movie?
There's a lot of rumors. There's a ton of. Every time I hear a rumor, it's a different one. It bounces around from Clayface to like Mr. Freeze to and people are making all these fan posters depicting it that way. So I'm just like,
they look good.
I can picture it. They look great. Yeah. So it's like
I've been recasting Batman 66. If I'm going to recast, I might as well do something I know has absolutely no shot in hell of ever happening. Because I'm like, it's 1966, and here's how I actually went back and made sure the actors were like active and alive and all that stuff. Like Poison Ivy as Anne Margaret. That would have bumped Yvonne Craig off of my welcome to puberty button.
All right, guys, I gotta go. but I wanted to jump out here and say hi to Bill and Tom. And
dude, I appreciate it, man.
252.
Awesome.
It just keeps going up, baby.
Hey, thank you so much, guys.
And remind us, keep us in line, Pops, because we're actually promoting a book tonight. We're just talking about comics because I know all the answers to the questions now about Nira X in this book. So, like, you know what? We'll just put it up there and just bullshit for a while.
It's
like put it up there and talk about stuff. I mean, you could scroll up and down the campaign if you want, but it's like as long as people see the link to the campaign's doing well, thankfully, and you know, we're bringing back this 90s time-traveling sci-fi chick.
Look at that. Look at that. It's Crom. It's Crom.
I know. Crom's all over this campaign.
He's on the sword.
He's on the sword.
How do you do that?
It's amazing, right?
Just like this, RJ. It's just like this. Hold on. See that right there?
Yeah.
Same guy. Same blade. Look at that. Bill did that too. Yeah. Good stuff. I'm going to go eat, though, guys, and get ready for my next show at 9 o'clock. It's always wonderful to hang out with you, Bill. You know what's up, RJ.
Dude.
It's all action, brother.
Have a good one, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
All
right, man.
Hold up. I got to do this one more time.
What you got? What you got? Yeah, there you go.
Show the bag. Show the bag.
It's critical bag.
Sometimes I have
launched them into the ether.
Sometimes I have bent up comics that couldn't get shipped out. I'm like, you know what? I hate throwing comics away, even if they're unsellable. I'll give them to Pops as a reading copy.
That's cool. No, that's super cool. You know what? I'm gonna change my my camera to face down, so I'm gonna show you something real quick.
All right.
Let me see here.
I'll take this down so we can get a big view of it. I'll give you the full screen.
Oh, thanks, bro. Well, Tom, our fearless on the scene publisher, he says that if we reach 500 backers, we're actually going to give away. This is one of the original pieces, one of the original cover arts for the issue, and I'll just kind of like, since I don't want to hold it sideways so you can see the whole thing. So if we get up to 500 backers, and here's the thing: as far as Tom has told me, like it's not 500 physical backers. It's like even if you just get the PDF, like your number is going to get thrown into the mix. So if we go 500 backers or over, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what Tom decides. He's going to put basically all those numbers into a randomizer kind of program, you know, one of those random pick 'em programs, and whoever wins it is going to win it. It's going to win this 11x17 original cover piece. So I just wanted to point that out because, you know, even if you've never seen Nira before, or maybe you don't want to, you know, if you didn't want to get one of the actual physical tiers or something like that, you just grab the PDF so you could try it out. You know, a PDF is only a few bucks, and it would support us.
If I end up with the art, I'd have to buy the comic afterwards. I'd buy it before, but because I would want it framed with the comic beside it.
Oh, for sure. If you had an opportunity, and you know, and because the comic is exclusively for the Kickstarter campaign, because we're printing basically to order. I'm sure he's going to overprint by just a little bit, so that way he's got some books to take to shows. But it's not the kind of thing where this cover is going to go back into print later on, as far as we know. I mean, it's like, you know, never say never, but as far as we know, there's no plans to go back to print. And this is the first printing of the book, so if somebody wanted to get a tier with this cover, just in case they win this piece of art, you know, that's cool. If you guys just get the PDF, that's awesome. You know, it's like whatever you guys decide. You know, it's totally cool. Even the PDF will help support like so much. So
I saw somebody post something that you did today. Looked like a commission of some sort, and I want to say it was a Supergirl, but that's not ringing true in my head now.
Now I'm wondering what got posted.
It's had your signature on it, but I'm like, you know, it was different from the Nira X style.
Mm-hmm.
Not noticeably different, but you know, Nira X has got her own sort of anime-ish style to her.
Yeah. I mean, I posted this recently, and this is just a tight pencil. This is Nira apparently wearing Rogue's jacket. I wanted her to have some Rogue energy.
I dig it. Yeah. Well, you know, go ahead and go full Savage Land with Nira. I'm sure that fans would love to buy that.
Oh, I'm all about that. And this is actually the original artwork for one of the acrylic standees. And I think that Tom is actually making this into a die cut sticker as well. And this is a piece that will either be Kevin, what's up, dude? I'll either be auctioning this off or selling it sometime soon. I've actually been selling and auctioning off pages from the book as we've been working on the book, which Tom is just, he thinks is hilarious.
I'm going to have to come back with my tax refund and see about getting a commission from you.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh, for sure. Oh, Batgirl? Yeah, dude. You asking me to draw
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's funny. I don't know if I told you last time, but I got this accidental Batgirl collection. It was just, I was at a con in late 80s, and I just said, you know what? You mean I can buy first con? I was a kid, and I was like, you mean I can give you money and you'll draw original art and I can take it? I didn't know this was a thing. Yeah, who do you want? I'm like,
I didn't think this was an option.
Yeah. So I knew who he was known for drawing, but I wanted to, and I'm just stupid like that. I want to see people draw things that take them out of their comfort zone. So I said, Batgirl, just the first thing out of my head. And because, I've had a crush on Craig since I was 11 years old. So he drew this Batgirl, and I went to another guy and I said, you know what? I'll have a comparison piece. You do Batgirl. And then when I got home, it was like, well, now it's a set. It's just what I've done every time. Kevin,
that's something you and I might have to do later on when you're ready. We'll do a like the 1966 Batman, Barbara Gordon Batgirl, but I'll do it in my style, and we'll just see how we end up.
I'd love it.
That'd be amazing.
Kevin says Barbara Gordon changing into Batgirl. I had a piece. I have an ex-wife. I had a piece. They're related.
Yeah, I got you.
You figure out how. But it was.
I can identify.
Oh, the guy's name is escaping me now, and I've got two prints by him back here of Batgirl and Harley Quinn. Al. Not Al
Pacino.
Okay. Oh, he did the coloring. He did the Batman animated series coloring book and the backing cards for the action figures for DC. He also did some. He did some West Coast Avengers in a more realistic style. Big Bagley.
See, now you got to take a look.
Bigley. Al Bigley.
There you go. Now you'll be able to sleep tonight.
Big signature on the poster. I can see that.
I could tell it was on the tip of your brain.
Yeah, but I said, you do animated and you do the live action style. So I had him draw me Batgirl, Barbara Gordon changing into her outfit, by which I mean she's wearing the mask, but she's nude and she's holding the outfit in front of her.
There you go. Perfect.
But standing in front of a full-length mirror in which she's reflected back, but the reflection is the animated Batgirl in the same pose.
Oh, that's neat. That's a cool idea. I like that idea.
It was just pencils, and my big dream was like, I'll take this to conventions and I'll have somebody who does a realistic style ink the outside, and I'll get Rick Burchett to ink the mirror, and then it'd be like this big pencil and ink jam piece.
Yeah.
I don't know where that picture ever went.
That idea is so cool, though. I like that idea. We should try to recreate that a little bit. I mean, it won't be a recreation. It'll just be playing with the same idea.
Same.
And we could do it in ink instead of hand coloring it. Like we'll digitally color it, so that way it looks pristine. I always like
this. This never got colored. There was a theme to the art that disappeared in my house because I also had a scimitar image from way back in the day. R.A. Jones did that, and she was covered by her scimitar. And I had some Lorene Haynes prints of Rogue and Batgirl, and they were just these topless prints. They were in a book. They were all artwork that was kind of sort of like that. Just
between the life that I had long ago and moving cross country, I think I moved back and forth between Virginia and San Diego. I think I moved back and forth. I think it was 7 times. So I've lost artwork. I've lost comics. I've lost entire comic book boxes A couple of those moves were kind of like emergency run for my life moves. So it's like whatever fits in the car. No, not too Jerry Springer. I'm just saying it's just sometimes you have to move with the shirt on your back.
Been there. I've been in a situation where
It
it's like,
happens.
I sold the entire comic book collection, but
Hmm.
one of the long boxes wasn't comics and wasn't supposed to go.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And it went because, they're just like, oh, the comic books picked them up. So that's where my entire complete superpowers action figures set went.
Oh, gotcha. Ken, how you doing, dude? I see that Kevin is like, well, look at that. It's Ken.
Ken has his wallet out like there's an auction going on or something.
Well, okay. Well, we're going to start an auction since we're talking.
Right. Good.
Hey, Kevin, you guys tell me if you guys want an impromptu auction tonight? Because I only have one piece of artwork. Actually, I have two pieces of artwork. I have two pieces of artwork. There's the standee art that we can auction off tonight. I'll let them decide. I'm giving them special privileges tonight. Or we can have the Rogue Energy pencil Nira, where she's got her bounty. This is her bounty hunting moments.
Kenny just showed you what's available.
Kevin said he'd buy that for $1.
I never did understand what that meant. It was funny and it stuck, but
I tell you what, I'm going to leave this on the screen. Do you mind doing this, RJ? Do you mind doing something like this? We'll see.
I got nothing better to do. I got nowhere to be. I'm a big gaping hole in the industry. I understand now. So
you're fine. Well, you know what? We're going to do it.
A little myth.
I don't know how many other people are watching tonight, but yeah, we'll do a little impromptu auction for this 11x17 piece. And honestly, it's as an auction in the spirit of doing an auction, like it could be $1. You could start with $1. As long as you type the word bid next to your number, so that way RJ and I both know you're serious. Okay. And of course, if it's I'll include U.S. domestic shipping with it. If hopefully everyone is listening within the United States. I don't have like
Ken
one
likes
person.
The Allura. What's the Allura art? Did I miss a character?
This character's name is Allura.
Okay, because I'm thinking Supergirl's mother.
Oh yeah. I got you. Yeah, Allura is one of those names. I mean, more than a few people have used it. I could totally see that. Yeah, for sure. But this is Allura, one of the Cyber Angels from Nira's book. She's kind of like the big muscle. So her powers are kind of like her powers. The way that she uses her cyber skin, her ultimate weapon kind of situation is she explodes.
Oh, geez. Okay.
You see the energy blades that she forms here. She also forms wings out of the same energy. But then she could take that energy and concentrate it and just explode. But then all of her energy is used up. So she's vulnerable if she uses up all of her energy all at once. Then she needs time to recoup all that energy.
You have a power button on your wrist?
Oh, what? Oh, you saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go to sleep,
I just,
yeah. And when I got to go to work, I got to power up. No, it's funny. My daughter, Cat Mouse, my ex-wife, and we all met in San Diego. It was a few years ago. I want to say it was like maybe 5 years ago.
You met your daughter at a con? That's a first.
I know, isn't it crazy? And my ex-wife. And we decided for old time's sake, because we all do get along now, and we all like to spend time with each other whenever we have the chance. So we decided to get matching tattoos. So my daughter has one, my ex-wife has the same thing, and so it's kind of like a little. I think I raised my daughter on PlayStation games. I was a single parent since she was like 2, so I think that's where the idea of the power symbol came from. We talked about it for years, and then she was finally old enough, and we got the right circumstances together for us to actually be in the same place at the same time, and we got tattooed, and they paid for it.
guys, if you want to bid on these, start putting your bids in the chat. And
but show Ken the other art. Oh, okay. I see. I see now where he said that. Okay, I'll have both pieces up. If you put a bid for one,
just sell them both. You got one for each of them. Don't make a fight.
There we go.
You got two pieces.
We got two pieces.
They're already determining amongst themselves who's going to get what.
So I tell you what, when you throw in your bid, make sure it's a number, and it's you can either say Allura or you could say Nira. So that way we know which one the bid's going to go for. We can just let that go for like the next 10 minutes or so, and then you guys can put in your bids for that, and we'll just see where it goes.
Yeah, I've done auctions before.
There you go.
Oh, he did. Actually,
oh. All right. Well, Ken's in the room with $30 for Allura, so that's cool. Thanks, Ken.
And Kevin's in for 50 for Nira.
Excellent. Thanks, Kevin.
So somebody bid against him.
You guys got to bid against these guys. Yeah, I'm not even sure. It doesn't say on my screen, so I have no idea how many people are even in the room.
I see 8 eyeballs, but that it's YouTube and it's StreamYard, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, even when I live stream, when I'm doing my normal thing, I stream off to like a couple different Facebook pages and my YouTube at the same time. So I have no idea how many people are actually watching because there's different numbers.
We got people watching on Twitter right now that can't comment. And wait. Okay, so Ken just said 69 bid in the same phrase. So, but we don't have a Kevin print, Ken. So you screwed that one up.
See what happens. All right, Kevin. I don't know, man. I feel like you want to bid 69. I feel like Ken's trying to push you. I feel like there's peer pressure. I can feel it from here. We're not there yet, Ken. That's funny.
Now you said these are 11 by 17?
Yeah, they're both 11 by 17s. The Nira is a tight pencil. The Allura is fully inked. And of course, they're going to be signed, and I'll stamp them on the back.
You know what? You say 11 by 17. I'm just going to go ahead and bring these up while we're talking. I'm just knocking shit down off of everything. My little curtain around. This curtain is a blockage to keep everybody from seeing the crap behind my.
You go.
So this is proof of my addiction. This is a Batgirl one that I just took down from the wall because I had to measure the frame.
Oh, super cool. Yeah.
And I got the same artist to do me a companion piece with the Golden Age Batgirl.
Sweet. That looks cool.
Got them framed, and then I didn't bother getting them put back on the wall. They actually would hang this way.
There you go, like that. Yep. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, you definitely got to put those up on the wall. That's nice.
Well, I'm like this close away from moving out of here. I'm like, why put them up if I'm going to take them back down? And everything's up with Velcro. All my frames are just Velcro sticky on the wall, so there's no holes. Work for me. I had a. Oh, it's on the wall. That's why I'm like, where did that go? I'm like, I finally hung it back up.
You see what happens?
I had to buy a special frame, which apparently they exist. It was 7 by 9. It wasn't 8 by 10. It was like 7 by 9. I'm like, right. When did this even exist?
Right, exactly.
But so like I do this fulfillment agency. Yeah, there were people doing comics fulfillment for 4 years now, folks. It's not a really new thing. And part of it's data processing. And Andy Smith said, I'm doing my own fulfillment, but can we work out a deal with he said, what do you charge for doing the data processing? And I told him, and no, I'm not going to dox anybody's rates on the show here. But I told him, and he's like, yeah, would you want to do a trade? I'm like, yeah, because I'm a comics nerd and money doesn't mean that much to me. I'd rather have comics, right? So he said, how about a Batgirl head sketch? And when I got my comic in from him, there was a Batgirl head sketch, and it was 7 by 9, and it's a beautiful Andy Smith piece. Like, yep,
Nice.
framing that. But yeah, apparently you can have your rates doxed if you're an artist, and it's not a cool thing. You end up with something like this.
Ethan Van Sciver, comics artist. A man who rarely passes a pie. Gentlemen, we can fund him. We have the community. We have the ability to create the world's first cybernetic frog artist. Ethan Van Sciver will be that artist. Bigger than he was before. Bigger, stronger, fast. Well, bigger and stronger.
Dude, that was dope.
cheesy video, but I had it in mind. I'm like, it won't leave my head now. I've got to do it. So
rebuild me, fund me.
That's the only time I've ever played that thing on a stream, because it was just like, it was like, when am I ever going to have the opportunity to play this?
Oh, dude, he's got to see that. I bet he would love that.
Hopefully he will. I've got one other video I'm going to play here in just a little bit because you know, I'm exhausted, Bill, because we're making books, we're making comics, and we're making books here. Nobody knows it yet, because we're just kind of getting around to letting people know what we do, how we're doing it. If you haven't seen it yet, there's a campaign on Fund My Comic for Perfect 10 Artist Edition,
right,
from Genuine Comics. We're publishing that. That is the book. We're actually making the physical product for him.
Cool.
We have Melvin and some other stuff. Melvin and Grayscale, both of which were crowdfunded last year. We talked to the guys who are like, hey, what are you doing with the art now? Like, well, it's here. It's like, so we've printed both of those with new covers, special editions, and you can get those on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or Walmart.
Nice.
You want to, search and buy your comics at your favorite store. So that's what we're doing. You got stuff in New Zealand. Well, that's the stuff we deliver. That's the stuff that's a gaping hole in the industry that nobody was doing. I got to get over that. I've got to get over that.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. I heard this guy, some guy, not many, said that, that, hey, fulfillment was this gaping hole in the industry. And I'm like, you son of a... I literally cursed at the screen when I heard it. Like, what do you think I'm doing? What am I, chopped liver?
What's going on? Send you up the river. Man. Well, I'll tell you what, man, let's wrap up this little art auction. I think this is good. I mean, if somebody wanted to bid, I usually do like a little 10-second countdown thing, but I don't think we need to right now. I think we got a nice little small group in the room. If somebody else wanted to bid, that's totally cool. I'll give it like one more minute for that. But I like doing the auctions because they're fun and they promote, I think they promote the stream in a nice way. And you get artwork, a lot of times you're going to get the artwork at a much better rate than you would be able to get normally. So it's like, and for, if it's pieces that I'm totally willing and happy to do that with, it's like, it makes it a lot of fun for everybody. So I like doing that.
If I did more art auctions, I would look around or create a transparent overlay of that lasts for 60 seconds as a countdown, and then it would just like be right there in front of us and just
right. Just make it real apparent. Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
you
want to
got-
get into names because they're both
No, no.
friends, but the other book that wasn't fulfilled by you cost twice as much in shipping. Oh,
Let's see what.
yeah. I didn't buy it.
Kevin says, "Ken, are we cheating Bill?" No, you guys are not cheating me. Kevin and Ken are huge supporters. In fact, I would consider them part of the inner circle here at the Cyber Angel Citadel.
I remember them from the last time.
Yeah. There's they collect a lot and they support a lot. They've been fans and friends since the very beginning. So it's like Nira X since the 90s. Okay, like since the very beginning.
Okay, so super fans.
Oh yeah, man. It's like we're good. We're good. Good peoples.
It looks like they've got the pieces. I guess they already know how to get them from you then.
Yeah, they're going to be fine. So let's go ahead and wrap that up. Kevin, thank you so much, dude. Kevin's got the Nira for 50. Thank you so much for that. And Ken has the Allura, and that's going to be 30. I appreciate you guys. You guys, yeah, they already know how to. I don't even have to say it out loud on the stream because they already know how to send some funds.
You're on their PayPal speed dial. 30. Yeah. It's an auto suggestion as soon as they want to send money. PayPal's like, you want to send it to Bill? Yes, of course.
They actually have drawers here at the studio.
Nice.
I've got drawers here with a little post-it note that has their names on these drawers.
I got some of those.
Yeah, it's really
because we did reverse fulfillment for some people, and by reverse fulfillment I mean if you're outside the U.S. like you're in New Zealand
right.
or in Australia,
right.
We got guys that are like they buy the American comics from people who don't fulfill through us,
right?
But they use our address as a drop point. So Mr. Australia will get a comic, and I know it's coming. Like I put it in his drawer, and then he gets another one, and then he gets another one. He's paying U.S. domestic prices to ship them to me.
Right.
And then when he gets a stack, I'm like, "Are you ready? Because now I'll ship it to you at my, you got a bundled, and you got a discounted shipping rate. He's saving money on shipping by waiting longer."
Right.
But what I was getting at earlier, talking about
so many logistics involved with that.
Well, that's why it's Critical Blast Logistics.
You see,
we didn't just pull the name out of our ass. There was a reason for it.
Logistics.
But we're also publishing, and this Tuesday we're going to be doing a book birthday with possibly up to 24 other people on the stream. We're going to have to be swapping them in and out because we have we do these anthologies here. And last time we did, the last time we did The Monsters Next Door. But the last of this series was The Devil You Know Better. We've done The Devil You Know, The Devil You Know Better. And this last one we had Mike Barron and Hart Fisher were contributors into it. So very happy with that. But this Friday we wrap it up with The Devil You Know Best. So I've got a trailer here. It's a tiny bit on the long side, but I'm going to play that just to promote the show, and then it'll open the show on Tuesday. And instead of saying coming soon, it'll say available now because we've already submitted it. It will be on sale on Tuesday, and it looks a little something like this.
At a cursed crossroads where souls collide, see the Prince of Darkness, see the Prince of Lies, while the world lies sleeping and the moon's aglow. They may meet with the devil, you know, when your heart is quaking and your soul can't rest. Open up the pages of The Devil You Know Best. People face their demons as each tale unfolds, but the devil's in the details, and their fate's been sold. Yeah, their fate's been sold, and they're lost to hell. That's the deal you have to make with the devil you know well.
I'm starting to enjoy making music, but Critical Blast Productions, I guess. I don't know. It'll be the next thing. Let's take a look. Where are we at on the campaign?
Where are we at?
Well, we're not talking about 8252, 152 backers.
Nice. That's awesome.
Gone up. Hey, wait! It went up during the stream, didn't it?
It did go up during the stream. Absolutely, yeah. Because we started at 8100. That's where we were.
Then we have one of these.
Day, and I help.
Yes, you did.
If it goes up during the stream, we let our chat claim the credit for it. Somebody in the chat bought it. Possibly not, but prove it. So
well, whoever did some pledging, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We're giving everybody our best.
What are we giving everybody? We haven't talked about the darn thing.
I know. You want to play the? Can you play the trailer from that window? Or is it going to be like a little choppy?
I will do my best.
Okay.
First of all, I will do this.
So dramatic.
That told me nothing about the story, and I still want it.
Well, if that's the case, then thank God.
Yeah, it did its job.
I just wanted to tease a little bit. It was a little on choppy side, but you guys go to the campaign page so you could see it without the little choppy.
Did it get choppy? It was smooth on my end through StreamYard, but
But if you'd like to, we could scroll, do like a little scroll through the campaign before we leave for tonight, and then
let's do that real quickly here.
We'll do a little quick rundown, little thing.
You can get the physical book for $6.
Yeah, physical book for $6. I think. What is the one up just the PDF tier? Because the PDF is
that's
by
PDF.
itself. Okay, so the PDF.
You can also just throw Bill money. That's always welcome.
It's always a welcomed thing. So in the first physical issue is $6. Now the PDF is by itself. So if you get a physical issue, actually most everything on the campaign is available through the add-on store. Okay, so whichever tier you end up picking, you should be able to get a drop-in, like a little pop-up box that allows you to check little check boxes for anything else that you want to add on. So you shouldn't get left out of anything that you would like to have. You should be able to mix and match as you would like. So our next cover is the Pirate Nira attack cover. Now I do have to say something about this cover. This is by our good friend Thad Rhodes. He's been a digital artist for the past 20 some odd years. AI art has been around for about 8 weeks. So he doesn't use AI art. He doesn't use it to produce his images. He's been producing images like this long before AI was around. So just want to be sure people understand we didn't just throw a prompt into a thing and just come up with a new free cover that we're going to try and sell you for $15. So this is.
She wouldn't have been holding the gun like that way up.
So This is a week and a half, almost 2 weeks of him working hard to actually create this image. And there's also yeah, he's amazing. His day job is actually doing images and artwork for an urban sports apparel company here in Virginia Beach. That's what he does, and he also does lots of other things. He paints, he draws, he does murals. I mean, he's a little bit of a jack of all trades, kind of like I am. But the style that he has, very photorealistic kind of style. That's his strong suit. So that's the pirate Nira attack cover. And then,
and that's why it's $15 because it's a lot of work went into that, right?
Yeah, a lot of work went into that.
You had to pay for somebody else to do it, but for an extra $5, you get a little less art.
Yeah, we had to pay him. Yeah, for more money you get less art, so you get a topless version of her also, which I really like the topless version of her. She came out really cool looking.
Sure, but this is what gets me. How much did this artist get?
That artist got paid the most.
It's amazing.
So
the little Andy Warhol did a cover for you guys. Okay,
exactly. The whole polar bear and a snowstorm situation. The next cover down is the cat mouse variant cover, which is Nira as a mermaid. A really super cute anime styled cover by Cat Mouse. And there's also an adult version of that cover as well if you wanted to pick it out. And then
is that weird?
It was weird. I get a little.
Because I don't have a daughter, so it's
Kat is she's 26. She's going on 27 now. It was weird at first when she was finally like old enough to basically make her own decisions and do her own things and be an adult. Because I always think of her as the baby that I raised,
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's about letting them have the freedom to do the things they want to do and express themselves the way they want to express themselves. And I notice a lot of the artwork that she does, especially like the more adult artwork. I'm just like, wait a minute. It's adult artwork, but it's almost exactly like what a male artist. It's from a female point of view. It's just if you kind of put yourself in her shoes for a second, you look at it from the other side. It's just like, oh well, of course, yeah, awesome. That totally makes sense. How fantasy and that type of artwork kind of works. So I think she's doing fantastic. I think it's great. It was only odd at first when she was a little bit younger, So she's a full-grown adult. She does what she wants. In fact, we have to pay her. We pay her real money to do these things.
That's what I meant by being weird. That you had to pay her. You went off on the drawing stuff.
The drawing stuff is the only thing I was weird about. Is her making her own money? That's what I expected. So next up is Tony Moy. This is an artist that
colored pencils on this. That is colored pencils.
I think it's mixed media. I think I really don't know what Tony used on this piece, but it looks like a mix of like watercolor, acrylic, color pencil. It looks like a mix of all those things, but it's really cool. I love just like with Kat and Thad and any of the other. We've had Bill McKay. We've had so many artists draw Nira. We've had Adam Hughes do a Nira X cover. We've had, it's amazing how many different artists have drawn her. But the one thing that I really like is I never place any strict rules on that artist about how they depict the character. I want to see their version of the character. I want to see what they see. I don't want to force them to draw what I see. It's like, that's the whole fun of getting somebody else to do a variant cover. Is to let them do their thing. You're paying for their signature. You're paying for their view or their creativity. So I like the fact that she's really different. She's really different in that picture.
Now, do we have a picture of the pin, or is it just the?
It's just the graphic. We're waiting. We're still waiting for the company to give Tom, I think, an actual physical sample or a photo of the physical sample. But it's a company that they produce like good stuff. I mean, it's then the sketch cover set is just for the blank sketch covers. So there's no art that's going to be going on those sketch covers. That's just the way that we did it for this time. We're kind of playing around with what affects our fulfillment date more or less, because by the time we get the books back from the printer, that adds on a certain amount of time, and then the time of me actually doing the commissions on the sketch covers adds a certain amount of time. So So I do commissions and I do sketches. We do have tiers for that, but I'm doing those on separate, separate artboard, separate paper.
And see, here's the thing, folks. It's a pair, but it's 1 and 2.
Right.
So,
Tom wanted to make up for the fact that we did not have a sketch cover for issue 1. So if you wanted to have a sketch cover for issue 1, this would be the time to get it. So and I think he's gonna print fairly close to whatever the order numbers are, for the campaign. I mean, I'm sure he'll print like a small handful extra for shows and this and that. But yeah, this is making up for the fact that there was not a choice for that in the first campaign. So that way,
if you're really clever people. First of all, how many issues is this?
It's
series
3.
gonna be?
It's 3. It's a 3 issue. Yep.
Think ahead, Kevin and Ken, because this is right up your alley here. If you get these 2 and you get a commission, what you do is you say, "Here's what I want you to do, Bill. I want you to take all 3 of those covers and just put them side by side and do a triptych that makes a big, one big piece. And this angel and this angel and this angel under the steep whatever you want." But then you frame them and you're like framed, and people say, "Oh, look, it's a triptych."
Exactly. So what I'm doing is I already have there's 2 backers for that. So I already know one of the backers. They actually contacted me personally already about, I want to get a sketch cover, but how do I go about, because it's not offered on the campaign. So what I'm doing is for those particular sketch covers, I usually charge $120 for a full color single character sketch cover. That's just
that's nice.
That's the normal price. But because you're getting it from the campaign, you're going through the trouble of buying the blank from the campaign, receiving it, and now you got to send it to me separately. So I'm taking that into consideration. So I'm going to do a single character full color commission on any sketch cover that you get from the campaign and send to me to do separately for you. I will do those for $80 instead of the $120.
That's a deal for color.
Yeah, for color. So that way it kind of doubles up as a thank you, first of all, for supporting the campaign, but also a thank you for your patience, because you got to go through a couple extra steps in order to make it happen. And it makes the fulfillment a little bit easier on Tom's side. Tom is a one-man operation on his end, doing all of this. So it helps it's a win-win, I hope, for everybody. So you see our double-sided pillowcase.
Double-sided pillowcase. This cover. Well, this is the cover of the pillowcase.
Well, there is a variant cover that has the image from the pillowcase. So that's what you're looking at there, and that's what's $35. The pillowcase also priced at $35. The front and the back of the pillowcase, you see the image there is Nira's front, Nira's back, whatever makes you feel more comforted.
Yeah. Whatever you want to hug.
In your times of distress, and you just want to just relax and go to sleep with Nira, you can just fall asleep.
Exactly.
Don't
judge here.
It's therapeutic. We did have you see the Nira X standee set, and it says number 2. So on the first campaign, we did have Nira and we had Mercy as acrylic standees. So for this campaign, now we have Allura and we have Evil Nira. In the third issue, we're going to have 2 more characters. That way it makes a nice little set, if you get standees from each.
Well, speaking of set, if you're going to have that many, Bill, that's something to consider. Mm-hmm. I have a set of standees that came with Miskatonic High. They were doled out, one per issue. And then the last one came with not only that standee, but it came with a specialized base that had the logo across it and slots for everybody.
Right, exactly. That's what Tom has got planned, is either some type of simple diorama, something for them to stand in or on.
Yeah.
So that way it would be a nice little display set. So that way you,
because I know they come with the disc that
Right, they come with the disc. They'll stand up individually. But I've
got so many of them, it's almost like a color forms battle up there now. I've got the Miskatonic, I've got the Embrace, I've got other ones. Like I'm just setting them around here making action scenes with crossover.
Well, I'm looking forward to drawing like the little backdrop, for them to. So there'll be like something to either sit behind them, so it looks like a little set, or some type of base or some. So Tom is working that out between him and the manufacturer to see how much it costs to do which option and this and that. So I'm just looking forward to doing the artwork for it, so that way we can make it happen. The Mercy mouse pad with it's got the 3D butt. Which, by the way, we actually had the 3D mouse pads for the Reborn series. There you go. Exactly. And we had
Kara, you get a lot of advertising on my show for this thing.
So this time we've got Mercy, and we've already had a Nira X1, and we've already had one other one, which I believe was Evil Nira. And this time it's going to be Mercy. This time it's going to be her back. There you go. So she's looking really cool. Got the cute little wings.
Yeah. I like the middle pictures here. They're always bigger.
But I love the way they made them. It's like they're really heavy, and the material is like super. Like it's really well made. It's like it's kind of a bucket list item to get. I really like it.
I've been happy with mine. I mean, not happy as. Okay, so now this is the pillowcase. Now I can. This is a standard pillowcase. It's not the same pillowcase, is it?
This time, this time it's a standard pillowcase. The first one that we did, the one we did for issue 1 was like huge. It was like a banner. I've actually got it hanging as a banner in my little supply room. One side of that
body pillow.
It's a body pillow. Yeah, it's a full body pillow. And I think that there are a couple left. There in the add-on store. Tom does have, I think, 3, maybe 4 of those still available. And
I was going to say that I saw underneath of it, it said as an add-on only. It's like,
right, exactly. It's only because there's a limited. It's only the ones that he has left in the warehouse. So the one side of it has Nira like fully clothed, little pirate outfit and stuff, and then the other side has the adult version of that same image.
Okay. As it turns out, I happen to have a full-length body pillow over there with a black pillowcase on it. Stand to change something out.
And then Mog actually has some sketch cover tiers of her own. These are up here as an example of the style that they're going to be drawn in. So these aren't the actual images that you're looking for, but there is a tier just for these. And I don't know that there's any of those left. I know that they were starting to go, so I have to see how those go. But I have a couple of sketch tiers. One, and the sketch tier will say exactly what it is, whether it's a safe for work image or not safe for work image, whether or not it's black and white. Like that one right there is for a 7x10 for 100. Yeah. And then of course, if you pick on any of those tiers, you still get the pop-up window, so that way you can mix and match and add on the other covers that you might want to get or little extras.
I like how we all started pretending that the W in NSFW stood for work. I learned a long time ago it meant wife.
There you go. It's code. It's code for
code. It's code. Safe for work.
So it's a little. So these are just samples of what some of the pencil sketch tiers might look like, as far as how detailed or how this or how that. So that way you have a general idea of what the characters might look like when you make your request.
So get in there and commission something. Look, this color commission here, 175.
Yep.
This is a I'm sure you said the size, but I was looking for it there. 11x17. Okay.
Right, there you go.
That's big. That's big. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a full-size comic book page. That's a full-size page. And a lot of the commissions I do nowadays, a lot of them, I like to do them 7x10 for a lot of the single character commissions, because I really do enjoy being able to bag and board them just like a comic. It makes it easier to store and to collect, and you can actually collect a lot of them if you want to collect, more than a few pieces. And sometimes the larger pieces, maybe you don't have enough space, but at the same time, all the pieces that I collect personally, I always put them in big binders anyway. So I don't hang everything on the wall, but I've got a few pieces on the wall, and I've got the rest safe in the binder.
I've run out of wall, which is why I'm going to quit renting a room and start renting a house. And then because I'll have like all the cool stuff in the living room, and then all the other stuff in a workspace. Like right now is like I have to be careful about my arrangement of stuff.
Sure.
I have a job too. And my job requires a lot of Zoom meetings and
Right.
I don't put this up for that.
Different atmospheres. Different. You got to have some situational awareness is key.
All I got to do is just bump my work computer and it angle the wrong way, and I'll be talking to HR the next morning. RJ doesn't want that.
No.
Is it a king or a queen pillowcase? Well, she's a queen.
You know what? I I know, right? It's like I do have to ask Tom, unless it says right on the campaign page. Tom is my manufacturing source of information.
Like I got the photos here of the other standee, so you get a really good idea of what's like.
Exactly. Yep.
And there's the coin.
And we still have some coins left, so that's super cool. I actually didn't realize that we still had some coins left. They're cool. They're huge. They're like big and they're heavy for crying.
Oh yeah, I've got some challenge coins. I bought a set and I put them somewhere. I swear to God, everything I've owned is within arm's reach, and I still lose it. But I've got 4 gold coins that are good for buying anything you want at the Continental.
I got you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool, Mr.
And I'm like, yeah, I was kind of like, give them to different people. I gave one to somebody already. He's like, I told George, I'm like, I'm paying you for your services. He's like, no, don't. And he got it. He's like, oh, this is so cool. And of course, it was in a plastic case around it, and he opened it. He's flipping it around.
You're gonna get one of those coins. You're gonna get one of those coins that tells people you owe them a favor, and it doesn't matter what it is or whatever.
Yes, they actually sell those too. The one with the bloody thumbprint that you put in it.
Yeah,
yeah, you can get those.
Oh man,
I thought about it. So
yeah,
I think that takes us to the end, doesn't it?
I think it does, unless there's something underneath the pillowcase. I see the $50 for the full body pillowcase. You see with both sides of that, like that's the same pillowcase. So you got the safe for work and the not safe for work side.
Yep.
On the pillowcase.
Flip it.
Just flip it over. There you go.
That starfish was not going to let go of her.
No.
Hands come off. No, I'm in my happy place.
This is where I live. I live here.
Now,
and this is a pin that I drew for the company a little while ago. It's actually been a little while since I drew the company mascot guy.
He's been committed.
He's been committed.
Now, every time I see this Nira X Dark Seas, this looks like a pin sitting here. Is this?
It does. No, that's just the back cover to the book. That's just something that I worked up. But you know what? Eventually, I think that needs to be a pin, because every time I've looked at it, I thought it was a pin too, just because of the way it's sunk into the thing there. It's like I think for number 3, maybe I'll talk Tom into doing something like that.
It really looks like like you just took a photograph on the top of a drawing of a pin that you put there. Other books you can get from the library, lots of stuff.
Exactly. He still has issues. Yeah, he still has issues 1, 2, and 3 of Nira X Reborn, which was a series right before this one, and a couple other books that were published by Committed. And I think that's it. I think that's the whole campaign. That's us in a nutshell.
There you go.
So please, yeah, if everybody, even if you only get the digital tier, we're still going to do that big 11x17 cover art giveaway if we reach 500 backers. Unless Tom changes his mind, if it reaches like 475, you'll probably still be ecstatic and happy and still give it away. So
I'm sure you probably will. All right.
All right.
Bill, thanks for hanging out. Hang on a little bit after the show here. I want to show you something and get
all right.
thoughts on something.
Sure.
Everybody else in the chat here, thank you for popping in. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks for hanging out.
Have a show without you. So we're glad you're here. And as always, while you were here, we just hope you had a blast. Good night.